So, welcome to the Renfert Expert webinar series, and also good evening in Turkey. I think it's early evening. My name is Renfert and I'm Head of Global Education at Renfert. Today, and it's my pleasure, I would like to welcome Zeynep Gönen from Fethiye, Turkey. I am particularly pleased that today a woman is presenting, the first in our series. There are many talented women in our profession as dental technician who have something to tell. You are all welcome. Now to Zeynep. Zeynep Gönen graduated as a dental technician in 2002 in Ankara and moved her own laboratory to Istanbul in 2007. Currently, she and her husband are building a new dental laboratory with training center in Fethiye. I think you are more or less finished with them. This is in the southwest of Turkey. I think it's a very nice area with mountains and also directly on the sea. Zeynep Gönen is a dental technician, a course lecturer, speaker of conferences. She joined also the international group of United Dragon of Function in 2019, last year, where she trains now the concept of natural waxing technique, the NAT, with the help of the occlusion compass. With this webinar, Zeynep Gönen presents de-edging occlusion. Now I look forward to an exciting presentation and hand over to you, Zeynep.
Hello, Manfred. Thank you. I would like to start my presentation by introducing me to where I live. As you said, I live in Fethiye. I moved here from Istanbul 2 months ago. Muğla is one of the most beautiful cities in Turkey. Fethiye is a district of Muğla and piece of heaven on earth. There's a lot of say about Fethiye. It is also called City of Light, but no words can really describe it. Life is beautiful and calm here. The fantastic colors of green forest and blue sea. It is a perfect location to combine training and have a short all day. I will explain what I mean later. The beautiful buys of riches. There are excellent options for both sea and cultural direct. The Bobada, let me see back. Bobada is very famous mountain for paratroopers. People do tours for paragliding. Kaya village is a village from Lycian's fabulous vale. And Saklıkent is a great canyon, and Yeşilüzümlü village is famous for its nature and climate. It is also famous for its expectational products that grow there thanks to its magnificent air. My village is near here, and the lamb chili. Every year in April, there are spectacular mushroom festivals in here, near my village. Very rich and distinct ecosystem. I said something about combined training and vocation before. As you said, I'm opening training center in these beauties. I'm setting up a system where trainees and trainers come all over the world, where knowledge is shared, where all the beauties are and activities that nature offers us utilized. A week away from work and city life, and give ourselves to nature. My guest will be feed vegetable and food that I grow in my garden. This is my garden. I'm learning about this year. I'm throwing out my rookie. Next year, there will be a bigger vegetable garden. and my total length is around 3.5 square feet. There will be open kitchens, and we will prepare and eat meal free of all garden while enjoying the fun. 3 days training and 3 days activities in these beauties of Fethiye. Will be unforgettable training program. Now, all these beauties, let's talk about function, let's business. I worked this case about 6 years ago. I applied the Slavichek concept for this patient. The patient is 38 years old and complains of wear and discoloration on her teeth. The relationship between the upper teeth and the lower lip suggests that the upper front teeth are quite short. That makes the smile older. So we take photos from several different angles to access the aesthetics. This gives us one of the guidelines we need on treatment planning. After listening to patient and learning her needs, dentist and I evaluate the function that guides the treatment plan to a large extent. For this reason, using photos again reduces the margin of error. Oral and model comparing is also unique guide for me. For example, what can I control by looking at this photo? I can see the position and relationship of the teeth during function. I'm comparing these to my models on the articulator. This is important from somewhere like this. If there is no data from dentist about my condyle path, slope, and Bennett range, I am adjusting the standard condyle path data on my articulator. If these data are more or less than the data of the patient, the design I see in the articulator in the function will behave differently within the mouth. It is therefore very important to personalize the articulator setting. In this slide, we see that a function group on working side when performing left latitusion. While on the balance side, there are early contacts in the molars. We don't want any contacts in mediotrusion sites. This is a good slide, example of articulator setting. In the mouth, the upper canine finishes the more mesial line of the lower canine on the function, but I see models cusp to cusp. After I see this, I change my articulator setting until I get what I see in the mouth. This is the way of mine. Of course, there are very nice systems that gives these data digitally. It is best to work with those devices, but we need data from dentists. If they have, we could have that data. My another guide to function is abrasions. I'm marking the abrasions on the teeth and checking for their functional effects. This tells me a little bit about what the abrasions are caused by and the relationship between the teeth and the condyle. It also makes a great contribution to personalizing my articulator data. Marking abrasion is also a good way to show the problems the patient has during function. After all the analysis and have a plan, the design, I carry into permanent design. Carry it into permanent design. When I designing, even though wax up, I never forget the patient's expectations and the perfect design of dental relationships and function. I look at the function of the wax up in all steps and share its visuals with my dentist, letting them know in advance what they need to see in mouth. This makes it easier for them to do their job. It strengthens our communication during treatment at the same time. I design permanent teeth after mock-up passes the patient and dentist approval. As I said first, I worked this case in Slavichek concept. First, I start designing molars. I control all function movements and function with function early contacts without canines. So there is no tooth in my model, only number 7. If I design transition between cusps very well in this state, I have a very safe function when the canine tooth join the function. So I go step by step. Sorry. Yes, I go step by step, and when each new tooth protects the remaining teeth when the canine comes in, it will create disclusion in the back. So I'm designing posterior by monolithic, but the effect of canines in this design is huge, and I finish with the layering technique of the front teeth. The patient aesthetic expectations are causing this. I guess MT ingots didn't exist in that time, or I didn't know about it, I don't know. So I was doing more layering in that years. But now I finished the anterior teeth by monolithically, designing monolithically and making cutbacks. So function design is becoming more stable and powerful. If dentists ask me to layering, I'm monolithically, anatomically shaping the palatal of the upper canine teeth. Since I made this case many years ago, I also layered the canines with my experience at that time. So since I need canines to complete the function design, I finished the design of the anterior teeth with porcelain. Yeah, after adjusting the relationships in the function with canines, I make the arrangements of the back region and get the casting like this. After pressing and after all the pressing, my design is ready. All the contacts, occlusal contacts, are where they should be. I do stain and glazing for all the teeth, and I do also mechanical polishing in additional to the front teeth, checking function again, everything on the articulator. The result satisfied the patient in terms of aesthetic and me in terms of function, because most of patients deal with their aesthetic problems. They cannot make sense of their functional problems. In that part, I have a lot of work to do their health. Now I see upper teeth with better visibility and lower lip relationship. Restoring the lost vertical size of 3 millimeters, posterior with better occlusal and functional relationships, and patient with rejuvenated smile. Her elongated teeth rejuvenated her smile. Her vertical size, facial lines put in place. She looks really different. We also see big differences between the profile photos. Happy patient, happy dentist, and happy me. It's hard to talk function in a short time, roughly from my daily workflow. So today I'm working on my designs with NAT technique. I would like to say thank you very much to Christoph Zobler for Slavichek concept, and Oliver Dreher, who taught me NAT concept, Yellow Dragon of Function group. And I want to say thank you very much, Manfred. And I want to say thank you very much, Renfert. I want to finish with the word of my last teacher, Oliver Dreher. He says, function is not everything, but without function, everything is nothing. This is our motto. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay. I would like, okay. Thank you very much for your presentation. I think this is something what is very important, that we sell aesthetic. People would like have nice restorations, but end of the day, the function must be there. All the free spaces, all the contact points, and this is very important to learn it. Also, Zeynep told you that she offer also courses in this direction. Also, we from Renfert, since now 1.5 years, we offer also courses in this direction. And there are only some people, they are very well educated in this part of functional theory and practical. And it's try to use it. Perhaps you can do a course or use a book or use our manual, because this is very important. We cannot do something without a little bit knowledge about function, occlusal compass, and free spaces. And therefore, thank you very much again for this patient case to see how it's important, and the end result is very nice. And if people can live with that, they can speak, they can talk, they can eat, they can do everything. Okay. thank you again. For the next weeks, we will have a little bit of summer break, and we will come back in, let me say, second week in September with another interesting live webinars. As you know, we have all our webinars also later then in Facebook and Instagram, and also later on our homepage, if you would like see this again for some information. And I think also if some of you would like to have a contact also to Zeynep Gönen in Turkey, you can find her also in Facebook and Instagram, or you ask us by Renfert. Thank you again, Zeynep, for everything, and hopefully we see us soon, hopefully in Fethiye. I will go there. At the moment it's not possible, but hopefully in future. Okay?
Next year.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.